Welcome back to another travel talk. I'm so happy to see you guys again. So what are we going to talk about today? Gosh, there's so much happening in travel now that the world is opening back up. It's a really, really exciting time to be a travel agent. And one of my favorite things. So let's not forget that 2020 was a dumpster fire. It was a hard year for all of us. It was a hard year for travel. It was rough. But one of the great things to come from that, what I'm seeing and what it brings me so much joy, is what we're calling this bucket list travel. So I'm hearing from so many clients that are telling me about their dream trip, the trip that they always wanted to take. They always put off taking and always put in that like someday category. Well, guess what? Someday is now. So if 2020 taught us anything, is that time is so precious and that we do truly need to do the things that we love, the things that bring us joy. And we need to do those things with the people that we care most about. So 2022 is the year of bucket list travel. That's it. I called it. That's the name. The year of bucket list travel. So what is bucket list travel? It could be anything. And again, everybody's bucket lists are going to be a little bit different. So I've mentioned this in so many videos now, but crazy Antarctica is like top of the list for so many people. The idea of expedition travel, right? What does that look like? It's something that you think is big and bold, and it's literally going to the ends of the earth. And if that brings you joy and that excites you, let's do it. I'm here for it. What else is on the bucket list? Galapagos. So we've had some tours that are doing Machu Picchu and the Galapagos. I mean, those are two amazing destinations. Think about that trip, right? Visiting Machu Picchu and then going to the Galapagos Islands. So that's another bucket list trip. Africa. So many people dream of doing that safari, right? And we have vendors that can help you do that. Everything from staying in luxurious lodges to sleeping in tents. You can camp, or you can glamp, or you can stay in a lodge, whatever is your travel style, however close to the animals you want to get. And again, we're talking, some of these are going to be hikes into the mountains to see the mountain gorillas. So these are big, big trips. What else is on our bucket list? What's another one that's been coming up a lot? New Zealand has been really popular. Obviously, they've been very, very safe, but I have a lot of what I will affectionately call nerds or geeks, because I'm one of them, but doing Lord of the Rings, right? Going to see the filming site of Lord of the Rings in Hobbit Town. Also speaking of movies, so TV and movies have been big. So it's how we've kind of gotten through our isolation, right? Is through TV and movies. So Game of Thrones locations are still huge. Dubrovnik in Croatia is but Croatia has so many filming locations for Game of Thrones, and it is a gem. Like, if you've never thought of traveling to Croatia, you should definitely check it out and see if it inspires you, because it is one of my favorite destinations in the entire world. It's stunning. But also, like, we've got Bridgerton, so going to England. So Bridgerton, Downton Abbey, right? We've got Harry Potter locations. We can go into Ireland and see some Game of Thrones. So again, a lot of people are kind of reconnecting with those things that they love. Astoria now this is in the US, the filming location for the Goonies. I've actually had that one come up because nostalgia, right? I'm a Gen Xer, so we have nostalgia for a movie like the Goonies. So while we're still thinking small in some cases because we're not ready to jump into the big wide open, when we talk bucket list, we're talking about things that either take us out of our comfort zone, right? Like, those expeditions are going to take us out of our comfort zone and challenge us to do something that we've always wanted to do and maybe we're a little afraid of, right? That's one bucket list. Another bucket list are things that bring us comfort and joy, right? Like, so it would make sense that a lot of people want to see these locations from their favorite films and TV shows, because we've lived with them, right? They've brought us joy. And oh, Japan. Japan's another big one, especially for my geek travelers. You've got Tokyo Disneyland. You've got, well, Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. You've got the new Universal Park that opened up that's got a whole, well, Universal's not new, but they've opened up an entire Super Mario section. So again, if you were a kiddo and you grew up on those video games, right? You've got Studio Ghibli. You've got Pokemon. So again, all of those things that are going to kind of harken back to a time when we were less stressed. And let's be honest, we all have a lot of stress right now. Those are bucket list things for people to go back and allow themselves to love it and feel it and be in the moment and let it bring them joy. So I have other bucket lists that are different, right? So we have our expeditions, right? And those are things that scare us and challenge us. And we want to do them because of that, right? We want to challenge ourselves to do something great. We've got bucket lists that really bring back a joy or a memory to us, right? And then we've got our loved ones, right? So I'm seeing a ton of group and multi-generational trips, right? So the destination is important, but it's almost secondary to the ability to get these people together at this time, right? So there's so many folks, think about it. If you don't live in the same town or city or state as your parents, your children's grandparents, you may have not seen each other for a year at this point. That's a lot. So I have a lot of folks that are requesting Ama Waterways, just amazing European river cruises. And these are cities that you're going to want to see. Danube, Rhine, Seine. You're going to be on those rivers. And the great thing about being on those rivers is that all of those great cities are built on rivers, right? Because they're going to be close to that source of transportation, right? A river, again, historically was much easier to move people and goods down than roads. So you're going to have all of these amazing cities, right? On these rivers. You're going to be stepping off your luxury, basically your luxury hotel, which is your ship, into those cities. Everything's going to be walkable. You don't have to pack. You don't have to unpack, right? Not like a land cruise or a land tour where you're in and out of hotels and motor coaches. You're on a river cruise boat. It's very well appointed. And AMA is family friendly. So many of our river cruise providers are not family friendly, meaning 2 people in a room max, usually adult only. So the AMA's family friendly. You can have triples and quads. So you can have up to 4 people in a room. It's great for doing a multi-gen trip, right? Because grandma and grandpa might have a different thing that they want to do in a city like, let's see. Let's say we're doing the Seine, right? We might be in Paris and they might want to do something different than what mom and dad want to do or what the kids want to do, right? So everybody's got something that they can do that's interesting to them. They're all meeting back on the ship every night for dinner. They're all being very well taken care of. And another thing that we can do with AMA is also the provider for Adventures by Disney. And Adventures by Disney is a huge game changer when it comes to the river cruise, because not only do you get all of those things that I just mentioned as perks of the river cruise, but now you've got adventure guides and you have 2 of them. Okay. So that means everything you do, you have 2 guides that are taking care of you, in addition to the local guide who might be helping you make pretzels or, taking you on a tour of the Louvre, right? You've got 2 adventure guides. And then you've got kid-specific activities. So there's adult-specific activities and kid-specific activities, meaning you don't have to spend every moment with your children if you don't want to. Now, I know that the whole point of doing this is doing it together, but you get some free time, me time as well. And that's a beautiful thing. And you've got that Disney difference. So, and Disney even does adult only cruises because it's been so popular. Families have gone on the cruise with their kids and have loved the experience of having that AMA Waterways plus that Disney Adventures by Disney experience combined, that they've actually started to do on demand now. Like Oktoberfest cruises and things like that, because they do have so many passengers that want to come back. So bucket list travel, again, whatever bucket list means to you, it means to us, right? We're going to make that happen for you. So whether it's challenging yourself to something like an expedition, like climbing Kilimanjaro, like seeing the gorillas or penguins on the ice in Antarctica, or the tortoises in Galapagos, or orangutans in Borneo, or elephants, or whatever it is, whatever your bucket list is. If it's a challenge, we can make that happen. If it's harkening back to those things that you love, right? The geek tour of Japan, right? Those Game of Thrones filming locations, the Lord of the Rings, Downton Abbey, those things that have brought you joy and that you want to see in person, I think are really important. Those are great bucket lists. And also our family, right? That bucket list dream of getting everybody together, right? How hard is it? Let's do it. Let's get everybody together on that trip. And you guys can experience those things together. So we're here for you. I'm here for it. I love it. Let's bucket list 2022. Again, 2022, year of bucket list travel. That's what it's going to be called. I'm calling it. I want to help you. So as always, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below, like and subscribe. You know the drill. And go to our Facebook page. Our social media is going to be the place that we're going to drop any updates. And you know, updates are happening in travel every day, fast and furious. So they're going to happen there first before they hit the blog or the YouTube channel. So again, thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys real soon.